Alright guys, today we are going to be reacting to entitled modern women getting humbled by men. Jump in.
You look like you're starting to get pregnant, are you?
No.
And why does it look like you look?
Wants to hear a dating recap. So last week I was talking to a man and we talked for 2 days on Hinge. I asked him out on the third day. He unmatched me. Second guy, we went on 3 dates together. On the third date, I said, I don't really want anything casual anymore because it always hurts my heart, you know? He said, we're done. Third guy, we had plans to go out on Sunday. He cancels day of. Day of. So when your single friends say that they're in the trenches, like it's not a joke.
Yeah, because you're following the same guy that they're following. You guys are literally matching the same guy. Mention that regular guys just go to do this daily. And they just take it like a man. They get rejected, they have to make a video, edit it, multiple parts on TikTok. We built completely different.
You should buy them like a milkshake or something every single day of their lives until they meet the love of their lives, because this is just
She's like a 3, man.
pricey.
She goes on 3 dates with a guy, sleeps with him, and then tries to turn it into a serious relationship, not realizing she was never going to get one. If she stopped going after the top % of men and went for someone on her own level, she wouldn't be getting pumped and dumped.
I'm pretty sure I just got conned by this British guy on our first date. So the date was at a park and it has this beautiful view of Sydney Harbour, and he suggested that we should order food and get it delivered to the park. So here I was thinking, that's wholesome. And he whips out his phone, brings up Uber Eats and says that I can pick whatever cuisine and he'll pick what's on the menu. And we pick our food, create the order, and then he goes to pay. Because I'm polite, with my peripheral vision, I can see that an error message keeps popping up. And it said payment options. And at the time, I didn't know what it meant, but now I've Googled it, and it actually means that the payment method is invalid, unavailable, or has not been set up. So on the date, I was like, hey, is everything okay? I'm happy to pay for it. And he was like, this is just so strange. I don't know why this is happening. I definitely have money. I wouldn't go on a date without any money. And I was like, no, like, it's fine. You know, I've got it. I'll pay for it. And he was like, I've got the next one. I've got the next one. And I was like, okay. So I put the order through, the food gets delivered to the park, and then as soon as he's finished eating, he gets up abruptly and is like, I need to go home, I need to wake up early, and I need to leave right now. And I was like, okay, no worries. And then we're about to part ways, and I was like, hey, let me know when you get home. And he was like, yeah, you too. So I walk home. 10 minutes later, I open up Hinge, he's unmatched me.
Now, she understands the experience of being utilized for dining.
But I don't even know about this story, but whatever. Some of these stories, man, it just give me a sense of whether or not this is true. I mean, I don't even some of these stories are so left field. I'm talking about left field. You know when the camera is just pointing close to third base, right? And you know how the left field is trying to. So let's say the batter hit a ball, and all of a sudden it's a fair ball instead of foul, right? Goes beyond the third base, go all the way to the end, and then the camera, the angle of the camera, if it is from third base, you don't see the ball, right? And then all of a sudden, left field goes to grab the ball, and he just throw the ball and somehow just go to home. That's how the story sounds like. Like somehow the left field took that ball and threw it towards home, and somehow it just arrived to home. I mean, some of this stuff is just, I don't know, the ChatGPT or I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comment section below.
Engagements. It's a common occurrence for women with similar actions.
I'm sure I'll delete this, but I recently got, as my therapist would say, duped. Also, as she would say, I duped myself. Became entangled with someone whose intentions I thought were something different than they were. So like I'm 30, right? Situations like this hold weight because I've been through it so many times before. I just have all of this like accumulated trauma. And I'm at an age where I feel like I'm running out of time to meet somebody to have children. And I've done all of this work, and the way that this situation happened was just like evidence that you can do so much work, but some things are just out of your hands. Some people will still be very deceptive, and it has nothing to do with you. But anyways, true to my typical form, I was trying to take responsibility for my role in the equation. And so I reached out to a friend who's a man, and I asked, from your perspective, is there something that I could do differently to not be recurrently duped in this same way? Like, what about me specifically makes men want to behave deceptively, to smash? Like, my point here is that I would smash willingly. In this case, there was no trickery required, but the person was still dishonest. And that's the part that I cannot figure out. Like, what is it about my energy that invites the duping specifically? And I should have known before I asked, but this guy's answer was, the reason that you get duped is because you try to appeal to the male gaze. And I was like, what are you talking about? I don't even wear makeup. He said, you appeal to the male gaze by getting Botox. And the thing he was referring to is that
Or the guy's gay, or he's a friend zone guy.
I got my 11s done a few months ago. This is something that makes me feel insecurely. They appeared while I was working in this like horribly toxic job in healthcare during the pandemic. So the Botox is something that I wanted to do for myself. Whatever, I don't have to defend it. But as soon as he said that, I was like, all right, this is a dipshit conversation that I'm ending right here. And then I realized the truth that I always come back to, which is that if you ask any man that question, he's just going to give you some projection of his own idea of what women should be.
Your friend.
You can't make stuff up. He tells him, you know why? Because he was his friend zone. That's his husband right there, guys. The husband is right there, and she cannot even see it. I will tell you what. If I was the guy, I was gonna tell her simply like this. Ah, it's simple. You're 30 years old. You're 30 years old. The man that you're dating currently, he probably have 20 different options right now. You're just the side girl. That's it. Simple as that. And I have to go. I'm with my girl right now. Talk to you later. That's it. My goodness, Lord. I don't know, man. These females are kind of... I'm going to leave it there because YouTube can be kind of weird sometimes, so...
I've basically been single for 27 years, and over that time I've become super independent and happy and proud of the life I created for myself. I've done everything I wanted to do. I went to grad school, I traveled across the country, I moved to the city I wanted to move to, I got the dog that I wanted. But along the way I built up a lot of walls and probably became a bit selfish and callous.
Got pump and dump.
So much so that I find it very difficult to allow someone to even have the opportunity to prove if they could make me happier than I make myself. Maybe I'm broken, but at least I'm happy.
That's it.
Yo, I used to live with a guy. He was a football player. He was like 6'3", 6'4", tall guy. He was from upstate New York, man. And this guy, he was like a dummy. The way he talked, kind of dummy. But bro, he used to match. I never seen a guy matching so much with different girls, man. He used to have 99 plus matches a day, just because he was a football player. He was tall. And I remember doctors and everything used to just match this guy. That's when I realized, man, that the game was rigged. That I need to step back a little bit and work on myself. Really work on myself. And he used to just date girls like her. Bunch of them, man. He used to hang out all the time in Miami with The Rock, and it was very weird. There you go, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. See you next one.